Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show. Keep it simple, Boston. We're in a transition phase right there. Speaking of transitioning, that's why Bobby's not here this evening. We will be talking about Patriots training camp as we near the end. We've got some Red Sox updates. Those boys just cannot die or will not die. We've got 10 questions from around everywhere. From Dr. Big Mac, which is always interesting. I'm sure I'll get aggravated. Stick around. And Simplest Minds of the Week to close out the show, as we always do. This is the Simple Mind Sports Show. Keeping it simple, Boston. Friday. Just kidding. Tuesday. Just kidding. It's Wednesday, August 26th. Welcome to the show. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something troubling on my mind. I got something. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. Raymond has fully adopted the stupid ass blue sunglasses.
No, just tonight. I
have not seen you without those sunglasses on for months.
Last week you weren't here.
No, I wasn't. Summer look. I don't hate it. It's not as bad as the other options. Yep. Go ahead, hit subscribe right meow, and like it. Tell your friends. Tell your mothers. We're going to talk about the Patriots here. Patriots Camp, the number one story coming out of camp now. Still, Kashon Gonzalez, no deal to be had. Spoke with the media a day or so ago, depending on when you're listening to this. This is coming off the much-anticipated Devon Witherspoon contract signing with the Seattle Seahawks. The other cornerback, represented by the same agent, signed a 4-year, $132 million deal with $59 million fully guaranteed at signing. Everyone was anticipating Kashon Gonzalez and the Patriots coming to terms once that deal hit the paper. And here we are almost a full week later with no deal done and what seems like no deal to imminently come through here. Where do you stand in all this? I have two questions. Why is it being held up? And are you okay with it being held up? And what are the ramifications if a deal does not go through by the beginning of the season, by week 1?
I believe the deal is being held up because, like you've said in weeks past, Rich, that he wants to be the highest paid cornerback this year and next, so he's trying to justify getting more money than Devon Witherspoon this year and next. So it's just something that the NFL hasn't seen before because he wants to be in that next cap hit, the next cap echelon, next cap threshold. He wants to still be the highest paid cornerback next year. And I don't think Kraft wants to do that. I think Kraft would be willing to do the $40 million and probably maybe $60 million of that guaranteed. And just Kashon Gonzalez is not biting. He wants to get paid. He wants to make sure his kids can retire off of that kind of stuff.
Anybody's kids can retire off $60 million if you're not an asshole about it.
Have you ever seen an NFL player with the way they spend?
I preface that if you're not an asshole about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not totally sure it's all on. So we had the report that Gonzalez wants a not a traditional, what did they call it? God, this is why we need Bobby. You're never going to come up with this. Multiplying deal. So he's getting 18% of the cap year over year.
That's what the thing is, yes.
It's not something that's ever been done before. It would be a massive ask, especially for someone at a cornerback, not, quarterback. Even the cornerback position has lost value to, say, the
wide receiver
pass
position.
Rusher, wide receiver, left tackle. It's gone down in years past in the last couple of years. Now I'm going to contradict the Patriots here. I'm not sure they want this player at that number. I don't know, but they have said that they have offered to make him the highest paid cornerback in the history of the position. Kashon Gonzalez, when asked directly about that, said more or less it's the devil's in the details and depends on which way you look at it, which means they're not giving him the guaranteed deal that he probably wants, whether that's the multiplier or not. Let me answer some of my own questions. I don't think they're getting a deal. Maybe they get a bridge deal. Maybe they throw some cash at him this year, 10 to 20 million or something, so he gets on the field. I don't think they want to put that amount of money in the cornerback position when they know that they are going to have to put the largest contract in NFL history in Drake Maye's ass next year.
Yep.
And they are anticipating that coming. And as Elliot Wolf said today or yesterday, it is a cash budget that they are dealing with. And that is just too much cash in two players. The Patriots don't value that. And you could put that value system as either them being cheap or frugal, or they just don't believe in expending that much money over two players. Whichever way you want to go, I believe that's why this deal's not going to get done unless Christian Gonzalez comes down to the Patriots number, which I would imagine is much lower guarantees on short money. And they could probably get out of it almost at any time they want. Now, the Witherspoon deal is a 2-year deal if you look at it. That's all it is. So,
and it's cheap. It's cheaper than anyone expected. They thought it was going to be north almost 40 million or north of 40 million. Wasn't that? It was, what'd you say, 35?
Well, it's 59 over 2 years. So
that's guaranteed. I'm saying
well, that's what the contract is, though. It's 5 years, 132 million. But really what you want to look at is the 59 million guaranteed at signing, and it's guaranteed over the first 2 years of the contract. So call it 30 million a year for Devon Witherspoon. That's probably lower than what Christian Gonzalez thought he was going to get. And he's probably still asking for what he thought he was going to get. And if you throw that multiplier bullshit in there, then the Patriots are just going to say no to that.
Yeah.
So it is interesting. Is Gonzalez not willing to come to that 60 million guaranteed over 2 years? Would the Patriots be willing to pay that? Maybe. That is short money. That's real short money. But
you have to know the Patriots have always been cheap. Even when we won all those Lombardi trophies, the Patriots did it the cheap way. Tom Brady was always taking the hometown discount. He was always taking the low-end deals. He was never the top-paid quarterback in the league. The Patriots are cheap. Robert Kraft is cheap. He's not going to pay a cornerback this kind of money. He's going to go out there to the media and say, I will pay him the richest contract in NFL history. But like you said, it's not going to be the guaranteed money that he's looking at that he wants. He wants to get paid now, and Christian Gonzalez is not going to get it. I think he's going to have a gun to Kraft's head and end up getting traded out of here. He's not going to be a New England Patriot. He might be this year, but by 2027, he will not be a New England Patriot, guaranteed.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. The odds are that he is not playing for the Patriots in 27. I think he plays this year, and I think I don't think he has as much leverage as people think. Like, he's gonna have to, if the Patriots don't give him a deal, he's gonna have to play for his next deal this year. And I may be coming from a biased standpoint. Anyone who listens to us knows I'm not the highest guy on Christian Gonzalez. Certainly not to be the richest cornerback of all time. But he is a guy you drafted, and he's the best cornerback you've drafted since Ty Law. And there's value in paying those guys for your organization. So, if gun to my head, if you ask me, give him the Witherspoon 60 million over 2 years. Yeah, that's a fucking slam dunk. That's a slam dunk deal for the Patriots. They should be willing to do that. And if they're not, then it's their fault. If Christian Gonzalez is asking for much more than that, well, then it's your fault, dude. The market was set. Witherspoon set the market, and then you come a little bit above it. This is how the NFL works right now. Play ball or don't. So my prediction, I don't think they get the deal done. I think Christian Gonzalez is out there week 1, but I think he's hedging his bets all year long when it comes to injuries. He's not sticking his head in there in scrums. He's not going for big tackles on the sideline against big old running backs. He'll showboat his way in man-on-man coverage and let everybody know that he's a top 3-man corner in the league when it's time to do that. But you're not going to get 110% of Christian Gonzalez this year. He's going to make some business decisions when that deal doesn't go through by week 1. But I think he's out there week 1.
I think he's out there week 1, but I think there's going to be a phantom injury come week 3, 4, 5, and he'll be a couple weeks with the hamstring.
I don't know about phantom. If he tweaks a hammy and it's a little like he could play through it, he might make that decision not to play through it. That's what I mean. I don't think they're going to fake it.
That's what I mean. I don't think he's going to.
He's been out there
enough. If there's a little
like,
soreness, then he's taken because he has to think about his future. He wants to be paid, and you know how the lifespan of an NFL player is. It's 2 to 3 years. Usually, the average NFL player. he wants to set himself up for a lifetime of, when his playing career is over, when he's 30, 31,
well,
32 years
that's
old.
just what you do as a player.
Exactly. So, that's why I'm saying he wants to get paid. He wants that next contract. He wants that guarantee money. He wants that rich contract. And some stupid team's going to pay it. I don't think it's the New England Patriots.
Yeah, and as he should. I don't begrudge him for doing that. That's the way business is done. But I actually, I think he's gone. I'm not going to say above and beyond, but he's gone beyond what a lot of players in his position would have done already. He took off during practices for reasons what we're discussing, and then he was back there this week when training camp kicked up at 100% participation. So I think
are they doing joint practices with the Browns?
No, I don't think. I think that was.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I think it's over. So he's back with practice. So
which tells like it will be interesting to see what he has yet to play in real competition. So it'll be interesting to see if week one's out there. If you ask me, I'd say he's in there, and I'd say the Patriots throw him a ball and they give him a bridge deal this year, so he's not playing on $4 million or whatever the ridiculous number
Stupid rookie contract is. Yeah,
that would be my guess. But I think it will have an impact on the team in the matter that you're not gonna get 110% Christian Gonzalez. You might get 80, 85, which would be good. It'd be if they need him. They got no one else. I mean, Carlton Davis ain't gonna hold down that spot, and beyond those two guys, they got nothing. So they need him.
Marcus Jones. If you not see what,
well, I don't even count Marcus Jones in that conversation. We know he can't play outside.
What are you? You haven't watched the game tape yet, there, Rich?
I watched his last year with Belichick when we were calling him. What were we calling him? The silent one.
Mm-hmm.
We got burnt by who burned him every time they played in Buffalo.
Anyone that's over 6 feet tall.
Was it Diggs?
It was Diggs. Yeah, he went up against Diggs
every time they played Buffalo.
Or was it Matt Collins as well?
I don't know. I love Marcus Jones as a player, but he's a fantastic slot cornerback. But that's where he belongs. That guy
just average height
outside.
Just average height.
Totally. The other big news out of camp: Kashon Boutte, bye-bye. I don't know how they're going to survive this lack of chemistry and these 33 catches.
Mm-hmm.
No, nobody overinflates their players like Boston sports fans. Kashon Boutte, that buffoon Causeway Caveman on the internet.
You hate that guy. I want him on the show so much.
Stupid. I hate stupid people who don't think critically for themselves. Yeah, you are a bane of my existence. I love you because I have to. The fucking caveman, when there was and the AJ Brown speculation was at its peak, his tweet or Instagram thing was all for it as long as you don't get rid of Boutte.
Yeah.
So here's how the English language works, you dipshit. What you just said is, I don't want AJ Brown if it means we have to get rid of Kashon Boutte. To which I replied, yeah, they're really going to miss those 33 fucking catches and 0 separation by Kashon Boutte. We better not take a chance on the perennial top 5 wide receiver in the NFL, AJ fucking Brown, Super Bowl winner. No way. Can't give up the chemistry of Kashon Boutte, the one guy that's had chemistry with Drake Maye, other than Stephon Diggs, who went for 1,000 yards last year in his first year in uniform for the Patriots. You buffoons! Bye, Boutte. Bye. Not a huge loss. However, Raymond, a 6 and a nothing safety and a 7th round pick. I do believe Kashon Boutte was a more valuable piece on this team than that.
I think we all said it. We all said it that he's at least a 3rd or maybe a 4th.
No, I don't think he's worth a 3rd or a 4th. I think he's worth what they got. However, in terms of wide receiver depth on the Patriots, if you have an injury to AJ Brown,
you're fine.
Kashon Boutte, you don't have a guy that can slot into AJ Brown's spot seamlessly right now. Kashon Boutte would have been that guy. Yep. So if your only return is some young safety, unproven safety, and a 7th round pick versus AJ Brown protection for the year and a year you're supposed to compete, you keep AJ Brown protection and deal with that guy's sour fucking puss on the bench because he's going to get less than 33 catches this year.
You snip snapping motherfucker. They're addressing the safety position now, and now you're upset about this. They're putting depth behind Woodson and fucking Yard.
Beard. Apologies. Yeah, Jaylen Reed, the former 6th-round pick, who the Patriots decided not to draft. Instead, 5 picks before him, they draft the fucking kicker, Gonzalez, who can't make a field goal at this point in time.
Yes.
So that's the depth that you're talking about. Jaylen Reed, this came out of some article I read. Despite playing 173 snaps last season, Reed showed the ability to play a deep portion of the field while his physicality can make him an asset closer to the line of scrimmage. Great. We just got the next Kyle Duggar. Fantastic. You addressed safety depth and you depleted your wide receiver depth. Kashon Boutte, I just obviously laid out, I'm not the biggest fan of Kashon Boutte. He is whatever it is, but he has more proof as an NFL player than Jaylen Reed, and your team's going to rely on your passing games a lot this year. And A.J. Brown with knee injury and age and so on and so forth, if he gets dinged up for a game or two, Kashon Boutte would have been a valuable guy to slot in for a few snaps. I just think – and then spare me on the whole, well, we got to do right by Kashon Boutte because Mike Vrable is a player's coach. First of all.
No, we don't.
No, you don't. Second of all, if his 33 catches went from 33 down to 18, sorry, Kashon, that you're not going to go set the market in free agency next year. Third of all, he got traded to Houston, who has wide receivers on that and pass catchers on that team too. He's not slotting in as the number 2 or 1 guy in Houston.
They're all hurt. Tank Dell is coming off that ACL injury. Their wide receiver 2 just got hurt during the preseason, so he is there by default. They're probably wide receiver 2.
Okay. Well, either way, good luck with CJ Stroud and his duck feet in his backpack getting you the ball, Kashon Boutte.
The only thing I'm worried about is that you now have Kyle Williams.
Or you're delayed.
Probably delayed. Kyle Williams is now your number guy that's slotted back behind A.J. Brown. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's kind of making my point.
Yeah,
it's kind of making the point there.
Did you talk about, what did you say? How many did Kashon Boutte have? 33 catches?
That's right.
How much does Kyle Williams have? What, 18? Less than?
Yeah, Bedard did the math, though. If Kyle Williams got the same playing time as Boutte, he would have like quadrupled his production or something.
And if I ran every day, I'd be fit and fucking
right. If you want to play that game,
you want to play that game, we can.
I get it. I don't like the trade either. I don't think Boutte's going to be a huge loss.
I don't either.
If everyone stays healthy, it's going to be a net positive for the Patriots. And their depth is not crazy at pass catchers. Brown, Dobbs, Henry, Hollins, I think are your top 4 pass catchers.
Pop Douglas.
Well, you know what I feel about Pop Douglas, and I think you did that on purpose.
I did.
After that, the darling of camp, Pop Douglas, and then Kyle Williams and Efton fucking Chisholm. If you want to do that,
he won't make the team. There's no fucking way.
But you got 4 bona fide, and I call bona fide. Matt Collins, people have different opinions on that, but I think they're underrating Matt Collins as your 4th option. A.J. Brown, Romeo Dobbs, Hunter Henry as your top 3, and then throw Ramondre Stevenson in there as a backfield. You can do much worse than that. They're okay. I'm just, whatever. We did way too much time on that trade that we will forget about in 4 weeks.
5.
Let's finish off the Patriots segment with a quick segment called Concerns and Confidence. I'm going to rattle off some concerns.
I feel like I should have music for this. I'm sorry.
And then some things I'm confident in about. Concerned about the run defense and their front 7, their linebacking core, and their pass rushing. Overall, really just their front 7 defense has not shown well in the offseason here. They did not do enough to address it in the offseason from personnel standpoint. Harold Landry is old, coming off an injury that is not progressing. Yeah. You're relying on a rookie in Gabe Yakis, who was late to training camp. And then Spillane and KJ Britt is what you're relying on in the linebacking core. Obviously, we know Milton Williams and Barmore are legitimate, but they are missing a bona fide nose tackle with letting Tonga go. And it seems like they've been getting their asses run on in these joint practices every chance that they've got. So the defense concerns me a little bit.
No, totally agree. Watching that Colts preseason game, they can't address the running quarterback. I said it last week. Anthony Richardson, terrible quarterback, but he got around the defense with his legs. They still don't have an answer for that. And I'm worried about who's going to be going against the best tight ends on every team. You know, like that was another problem last year. They couldn't stop the top echelon tight ends of the league, so they didn't do anything to address that this offseason. So that
Jaylen Reed, bro. The Jaylen Reed trade.
Oh, I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I just
mark that off the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna scrap that off. Yeah, sorry.
We're late, so I'm gonna rattle through these and you pick your favorite. I am concerned about the offensive line depth. I think they'll be better. However, if an injury happens, they don't have much past those starters. Concerned about the number 3 wide receiver position, like we just talked about. Don't give me Demario Douglas. How dare you?
Pop Douglas, man. We're fine.
Don't even dare do that to me. Tight end depth. You got a bunch of rookies behind Hunter Henry, who feels like a load management candidate this year.
However, if that kid from Notre Dame actually sticks up and like actually can be the number 2 guy, like an Austin Hooper kind of guy, you'll be fine.
Fair enough. Call it a question mark, less than a concern.
Yep.
Concern about quarterback and safety depth. We've talked about that in this segment.
Jaylen Reed, bitch tits.
Here you go. He can play both positions at once.
Yep.
How about the stupid kicker?
Yes. Last year, he did the same thing in preseason and the first game of the season. Vrable, as being a player's coach, didn't want to do anything, didn't bring any more kickers in. If you have this problem come against the Browns preseason game and the first game of the season against the Seahawks, you need to get rid of him and bring in a veteran guy.
Yeah, they can't let that ride like they did last year.
Nope.
And then last concern here, and I know I'm in a small boat, but this has been mine for a couple years running. And less than a concern, more of a question mark. Drake Maye against good competition down late. Tell me the time that he's proven that he can get that done. Baltimore without Lamar Jackson. That's your only example.
Yeah.
That's your only example. So prove that to me, Drake. You got things to prove this year. Until you do, it's a question mark. I am confident in basically the entire starting group. I said outside of linebackers, left guard, center, but if you push me to it, Spillane, I just don't think it's enough.
I'm surprised you didn't put left tackle there.
No, I think
you think Will Campbell's going to be fine.
Will Campbell was fine
until the injury.
Yeah. Vera Tucker at left guard, obviously injury concern, but if he's not hurt, I'm good there. And then they've got enough surrounded by the rookie Wilson, who seems to be okay at center. I think across the board, their starters are all good.
Yeah. No depth, but good. Good starters. Yep.
I'm confident in Mike Vrable and McDaniels being able to keep all games competitive. I don't anticipate any blowouts this year. I'm real confident in Ramanama Ding Dong, who continues to get talked up.
He can catch now.
As long as he keeps that fumbling thing under wraps,
he can catch the ball out of the backfield. That's going to be a problem for NFL teams.
He might have a monster year with their improved wide receiver core. Mm-hmm. And then I think A.J. Brown is going to have a monster year. He's got something to prove. Drake Maye is a bona fide guy. He's offense clicking. I think they're going to feed him the ball. I think he's going to have a monster year.
I totally agree with you.
There you go. We ended a little confidence. I feel yucky.
Whoa. Hey, Grant! Clean us up.
I'm breaking things. All right, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like. That was a lot of Patriots talk there. We'll be right back with a little baseball dog days of the Red Sox. See you in a minute. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q.